Hey there guys, Mike1217 here, welcoming you back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. And to begin this episode, we are going to attempt the Thunder Dragon's Boss Gauntlet Challenge in hopes of getting the best shield in the game, the Hylian Shield, which is an indestructible shield. Now let me just say that I do not guarantee success with this. This is not something that I promised to do with the playthrough. Basically, I just want to give at least one good attempt at this, and if I fail, then we're just going to have to deal with upgrading my current shield to the Goddess Shield, which I'm capable of doing right now. So, as we enter Lanayru, I definitely need to go over the rules of the Boss Gauntlet. Basically, when you talk to the Thunder Dragon, he will give you the option of refighting all of the bosses that you've fought throughout the game, including the imprisoned fights, actually. And he'll also give you the option to do the silent realms as well, but those, as far as I know, don't get you anything special. So what will happen with the Boss Gauntlet is the Thunder Dragon will give you the option to choose the first boss that you fight, but after that, he will choose the bosses for you at random. After each boss that you defeat, you'll have the option to quit the gauntlet and receive a specific prize depending on how many you have defeated. And I'll post a link to that in the video description, like what prizes you get for each number of bosses you defeat. But the number that we're going for to get the Hylian Shield is 8. You have to defeat 8 bosses to get the Hylian Shield. Now, the catch to this is that your health carries over from boss to boss. So if you lose health on one boss, you will have that same amount of health for the next boss. And you are not allowed to use any pouch items, and that includes bottled fairies, which I have. So essentially, I have to defeat 8 bosses with just 6 hearts to work with. Now, as far as other items and equipment go, you will only have access to the items that you had at the time that you fought the boss, but you will be allowed to use your current sword and shield, which does make defeating the bosses a bit quicker than it was the first time that you fought them. So now I am going to have the footage sped up with music over it, and you can just watch it and you can see what the result is. So, enjoy, folks. Let's just go with plan B and upgrade our shield to the goddess shield. This is the second best shield in the game. Yeah, to tell you the truth, I feel like that boss gauntlet thing, that's very doable for me with 6 hearts. It really is. I mean, it really wasn't that bad. I mean, obviously, what got me was something I wasn't expecting to get me was Moldark, and it was all because the stupid stab wasn't working when you have to stab his eye. You probably could see that when you were watching the footage, if you did watch that. I had trouble with the stab, and then I got frustrated, and then I didn't really recover. So I can definitely do that, but I still don't. I'm still not totally sure. Come to think of it, I'm really curious of how the second imprisoned fight would go, and I'm also curious on whether or not I have to do all 3 of the imprisoned fights, because you need to do 8 bosses there. There are 6 temple bosses, and there's 3 imprisoned. So I'm wondering if you don't have to do the 3rd one, where he has like the halo, you like shoot onto him with the catapult thing that Cruz made. So yeah, I really don't know how that could have played out if I had beaten Moldark, because what I would have had left was Kalactos, the boss of the ancient cistern, that big statue thing, which that I probably could have handled. And then the second imprisoned, which that's the one that I was really concerned about, because he has the shockwaves come out of his feet every time he steps down. So yeah, I don't know. I think that was very doable, but at the same time, I really just don't want to keep retrying that. I just don't feel like it. Like, I think I can do it, but I just don't feel like it. I just think that, I'm satisfied with the shield that we got, and if it does break, then maybe I will try to get the Hylian shield, but for now, I think we can live with this. So, yeah. I really just want to get on with the last temple of the game, because the last temple of the game is pretty cool. So let's actually kind of get back on track here and talk about what's going on. So, in the last episode, we completed the Skyloft Silent Realm, the kind of unexpected Skyloft Silent Realm. And we got, let's see, let's go to the pause menu. We got the Stone of Trials. Now, I don't know if they tell you where to put this, but it turns out that this mysterious statue here, and actually come to think about it, I think they hint at it at the very beginning of the game. This statue here is missing an eye, and the Stone of Trials turns out to be that eye. So, really, like, this whole game, if you really think about it, this entire game, and everything that we've been through, has been all about getting the statue its second eye, so it can do this. And sure enough, the final temple of the game, which houses the Triforce, is located right on our home here in Skyloft. I think that's pretty cool. I'm trying to think Has another Zelda? I feel like another Zelda game's done something like this. Has it? I don't think so. But regardless, this is pretty. Well, I guess Majora's Mask kinda does it, but there's really no final temple. But you know, like the final area of the game is located in Clock Town, so it's kind of similar to that. I need arrows. I don't have any arrows. That was something that actually gave me a bit of trouble on the boss gauntlet. I'll be right back. See, the thing is, with the boss gauntlet, I went into the Tantalus fight, and I didn't have any arrows, and then I just reset my game so I could buy arrows. Because there's no way you can replenish your arrows there, from what I could tell. But yeah, I'm gonna go to the bazaar and buy some arrows. This is embarrassing, sorry. Alright, this time we're maxed out on arrows. I know that seemed kind of weird to go back and do, but this game, I noticed, isn't very generous with arrow drops. Because I've had 0 arrows for the longest time. And I don't think it actually saved when I bought them for the boss gauntlet. I think, like, when I died, I hit quit playing, but it didn't give me the option to save my game, so everything I did there actually wasn't saved, but that's alright. I failed anyway. Yeah, and also, I'm sorry that I did show that. I know that seems like, because I failed it, you know, like, I know it seems like kind of a waste of time to show that because I failed it, but remember, I also want to show all my deaths, and I just wanted to show the boss gauntlet in general. So, I think I accomplished that, so. Whatever, let's stop talking about the boss gauntlet. Let's enter the last temple of the game. Welcome to Sky Keep. A very mystical setting right away. Just gonna take in the atmosphere here. And right ahead, there's already a chest, so this seems pretty strange. What are they gonna give us here? It turns out that it's the dungeon map, and there's a good reason why they give us this right away. As we see, the shape of this dungeon is rather basic. It's a square that's missing a spot. So, go away. She'll probably explain. There's a really interesting gimmick with this dungeon, but I'm gonna explain it in the next episode and end this one here. Because I'm telling you what, there is a very interesting gimmick with this dungeon. So we will explain that and take a deeper look into it next time on The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. So thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Mike1217, and I will see you later.